My name is Cheon Yeo-woon. I am the 24th Lord of the Great Demonic Cult. It might sound like it's too much, but my nickname at the world of Yulin is Demon God. With my unique upbringing, I was able to come this far. There is a secret that no one else knows about me. It is something called nano machine. With the help of nano, the 7th generation nano machine that my descendant from the far future gave to me, I was able to become powerful. With a speed incomparable to others, I was able to reign supreme over all those around me and became the Lord of the Cult. I know that there are parallel worlds of different times. Of course, I only know the time that I live in. There is a reason why I am saying this. My future descendant told me that the leader of a large corporation called Blade 6, or the extreme Blade 6 martial clan of my time, called Blade God, is reigning over the world. There is a secret to this as well. Blade God, who is called the most powerful being with infinite lifespan, was also the one who traveled from the future to the past and altered the past to fix it to his liking. My descendant traveled to the past to amend this, and Blade God, who did not know of other time travelers, became afraid of my growth and tried to get rid of me, which ended up as a failure. I had nano machine and reached the heavenly master level, and no enemies could match me. I was able to remove my nemesis Blade God and was ready to create a world of demonic cult, but not all things worked as planned. There was an organization called Time Patrol under the future United Nations organization, noticed my descendants' existence and tried to take my nano machine away. Of course, they should have had the ability to trace down nano machine, but my nano machine was created with best technology of SkyCorp, the future organization of my demonic cult, and used a mysterious metal called Deuterium that came from beyond the gate, thus making it untraceable. It was only a coincidence when Time Patrol was tracking my descendant Chun Musong that they found out about my nano machine. They did everything they had in their power to take my nano machine, so I tried to take them out. Therefore, I faked my death and my descendants' death so that there would be no more future track US down. And that was when the unexpected occurred. Blade God appeared yet again and tried to hijack the time-traveling machine called Time Jet that the Time Patrols used. Blade God wanted to travel further into the past since he could not defeat me in the present. To stop this, I got on the Time Jet and was able to kill Blade God in the end. But there was a problem. The sole survivor of Time Patrol, the pilot, destroyed the control of the time-traveling device.
Cheon Yeo-woon ran to the cockpit of the Time Jet.
Nano, can you hack this machine so we get out of here safely?
The machine has taken physical damage. It might not be possible to hack into the system.
Do whatever you can. We might die at this rate.
Please place your hand over the control panel.
Okay.
Yeo-woon quickly placed his right hand over the panel. His hand was covered with the nano suit, which was shaped over his hand like a glove, and a line of deuterium appeared from it to connect to the panel.
Initiating the breach into the system.
Yeo-woon then heard the sound of ice cracking. Time was running out. As he waited, he saw lead light of the Time Jet lighting up brightly. All buttons over the control panel lit up. There were some parts that were still unresponsive, but it seemed to be working.
Nano, is it working?
The damage of the panel blocks accurate measurement. We will attempt to exit from the current time flow and make an emergency landing.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It is uncertain which time frame we will land in.
Yeo-woon frowned. This meant there was a chance that Yeo-woon was going to end up in an entirely different place. He then heard the large cracking sound of the ice that blocked the whole of the machine. There was no more time. Soon, the machine was going to collapse, and he was going to be sucked into the void of time.
Moon Ko. Oh.
The face of Yeo-woon's lover Moon Ko and his child came up. If he died here, he was never going to meet them again. He had to survive. Yeo-woon bit his lip and ordered Nano.
Let's do it then.
Understood. Making emergency landing.
With Nano's words, the Time Jet began shaking violently. Yeo-woon held onto the machine as the machine trembled through time, trying to get out of the void. As they escaped the time flow, the ice that blocked the hole crushed down, and Yeo-woon was sucked out of the jet from the huge pressure coming from the outside.
D.
Activating Deuterium nano suit.
Yeo-woon was immediately covered with suit of deuterium that was called the nano suit. He didn't know at first, but the outside of the nano suit immediately turned red. The surrounding area was a mixture of blue and darkness.
Where are we?
It was the height of the time jet going into the time travel, higher than the regular sky. We are at an altitude of 60 kilometers above sea level.
Are we in the sky then?
He had to go back into the time jet then. But Yeo-woon saw the time jet turning red and exploding across the sky from distance.
No.
If he was a bit late, he would have died with it. Now, he had no choice but to fly down.
Nano. Flying mode. Activating.
Nanosuit's palms and feet began shooting out electromagnetic energy as Yeo-woon's body quickly fell through the sky. The thrusters on his hands and feet dropped his falling speed, and Nanosuit regained its dark color. After quite some time, Yeo-woon saw the land below the sky, but it wasn't the Yulin, the land full of lush green forests. All there was below were giant buildings.
What is going on?
There was almost no green. There was some, but it was mostly gray. The buildings had various shapes, but none looked familiar. Soon Yeo-woon was close to the ground.
Altitude, 300 meters.
Now, Yeo-woon was dropping through between buildings. He became surprised as the walls were transparent and there were people inside them.
100 meters. Landing.
Yeo-woon dropped down on the dark gray ground. He got up from his hero landing and moved up. His helmet deactivated, and Yeo-woon looked around the new world. This wasn't the world he was familiar with.
What? A man dropped from the sky? Did he just come from up there? Wasn't that like a hero's landing? Are they shooting movie right now?
People began to gather around Cheon Yeo-woon with surprised looks.
Where the hell am I?
Yeo-woon thought and heard Nano's voice ringing through his head.
Detected Wi-Fi signal. Current year of location, February 19, 2069.